Okay, so we are going to look at how to use Training Peaks WKO to pick out your PRs, your own personal records for any given time period, for any particular month, year, or longer, as well as for any duration that you would like to examine. So first, you're just going to go to the athlete home. Then what you want to do is go all the way down here to the performance management chart, right? Go down to the performance management chart, and you'll see this has your acute training load and your chronic training load and your training stress balance. And we're not really going to discuss those too much here. If you have a basic understanding of Cycling Peaks WKO, you probably understand these. So we're going to look at how to chart your best PRs, right? Your top performances. So we're going to go here to Options, customize this chart. I've already gone ahead and made this chart pretty big so that it's easy to see. What we want to do to add this metric is go to Details, right? We're going to go to Details, and then we want to go to Add, right? So what we're going to do, we're adding a metric here that we're going to measure. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mean Maximal Power, right? So we're going to change our title here to, let's look at 20-minute mean max power, right? 20-minute mean max power. So then we want to change that to 20, and then change this right here to minutes. A black line will be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out my 5 best efforts for the time period, right? So we'll pick out our best 5 efforts, 20-minute mean max. The period that we're going to be looking at is last year. January 1st, 2011 through today. We can change this to whatever we want. We can look at just so far this year. We can look at last year. We can look at all the full time period that we have power data for. But the important thing is go to the Details, Add. We want to set this to mean maximal power, and then your duration. It could be 20 minutes. Let's go ahead and look at another one, right? We'll go ahead and add another one. So we're going to go to mean maximal, right? We'll go ahead and we'll put 10 seconds. And we'll put 10-second mean max, right? We're going to want to make that a different color. We'll make it a color that's easy to see. We'll make it green. Look at the 5 best of those as well. Then we just hit OK. And we're going to be doing some reconfiguring here, right? The software is doing a little reconfiguring and examining and recreating these charts, okay? So it'll be done here in just a minute. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at our what we've got here on the bottom. We've got our mean max power in watts is the black line, right? We've got our 10-second mean max in watts is the green line, and I've charted my 10 best efforts, right? So you can see here where they are. My best 10-second effort is obviously 1129 watts on Wednesday, March 9th, 2011, with another one later on here. This looks like it was probably during a workout as I was getting ready for Masters Track Nationals, right? So here's the 10-second one. Down here we've got the 20-minute max, right? Saturday, 6/4, 349 watts, right? We've got a couple of other here, 299, 308, and 448. This one of 448, I believe this is incorrect due to this was a Madison workout, and I think it did not measure the downtime when I was down, because this is my own personal power data. The other ones, I think, are pretty accurate, all right? So that's going to tell me my 10 best efforts, and you can see this. I had the maximal aerobic fitness, or my best 20-minute fitness right here in the summer, right here, June, July, even into the first week of August. And that's what I was training for Masters Track Cycling National Championships. And so we did what we wanted to do here. So one of the ways that you can use this, why we want to know this information, is that we can look at basically how fit we are at different times, right? If we set our PRs for aerobic efforts, such as a 20-minute effort, and they're right here, when we are getting ready for our aerobic, for our events, then we know that is that we're doing things the right way. We're doing things right. If we're hitting our best aerobic efforts here, then that's good, right? You can see here that some of my best neuromuscular efforts were much earlier in the season. That's most likely because I neglected this a little bit working on my aerobic power. Right. So you can do this, and we can add any metric we want, or we can add any time period we want. We just go to customize, details, and then we can add whatever we want, right? We could add 5-minute power, right? 5-minute power, mean maximal, 5 minutes, make it a different color so it can show up. We will make it sort of a bright red, okay? We hit OK, it's going to refigure everything else. That's basically how this works. It's not too difficult. We can change the time period just like I showed you. We can look at this year, this month. We can look at all of our historical data, whichever we would like. There we go. So this is my 5-minute power as well. 5-minute power, right? We set was pretty consistent all throughout the whole season, right? Again, we've got an anomaly right here. What we'd want to do probably is examine that power file, make sure there are no mistakes here. That's what we would do, right? We also would want to make sure that our power meter was properly calibrated. If we have one effort that's sort of out of whack with everything else, doesn't really work, then we would definitely want to make sure that everything is calibrated properly. So if you have any questions, you can send me a video response. You can go to crankcycling.com and you can get in touch with me there, and I'll do my best to answer your questions.